Time is 3:39. You're with me, Martin Daubney, here on GB News. Now, a rare red weather warning has been issued for parts of England as Storm Goretti bears down on the UK. Winds are expected to suddenly surge, potentially reaching 100 miles an hour later this evening, with the Met Office warning there's a danger to life. Well, where should you be cautious? Where will this storm batter into? Let's now speak with the meteorologist, Alex Deakin, who joins us live from Met Office HQ. Alex, I'm very familiar with seeing you here on GB News. Tell us, where is this storm going to batter in, when, and how cautious should people be?
Yeah, I mean, the rain has already arrived, Martin. It's very soggy where I am in Exeter in Devon, but the winds are now really starting to ramp up. So the winds, the first big cause for concern through the late afternoon and into this evening. That's across particularly Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly. That's where we've got this red warning in place. And we could, in exposed areas, see gusts of wind of 90, perhaps even 100 miles an hour. Now, that is extremely rare, even for the far southwest of England, which is pretty exposed, and even for this time of year. These kind of numbers we do not see. And those kind of winds are likely to cause damage, structural damage to buildings, so the potential for tiles coming down, trees, branches, that could all, hit a power line and take power out as well. So these are potentially life-threatening situations, very rare, damaging, dangerous gusts of wind. Accompanying that will be large waves as well, to encourage people to stay away from the coasts in the southwest. That's the first aspect through this evening. The red warning enforced from 4 o'clock. And then we've got an amber warning for snow elsewhere across the UK. So as the wet weather's pushing north into the Midlands, in across Wales in particular through this evening, the higher parts of South Wales, heads of the valleys, passes, that kind of area, and then into the Midlands and other parts of Wales overnight, we could see easily 10 centimetres of snow, with maybe 20 or more centimetres of snow on hills. Even at low levels, though, across parts of the West Midlands, East Wales, you could easily wake up to 5 to 10 centimetres of snow into the morning. Now, not everywhere in the amber warning is going to get covered in snow. It's going to be more patchy in nature. Snow is a very fickle business, nailing down exactly where it's going to snow. But that snow is likely to cause some disruption. So it's a two-pronged attack, really. We are most concerned about the winds in the far southwest, but then overnight, the potential for disruption from snow across parts of Wales, the Midlands, and moving up into southern parts of northern England. So there's lots going on, Matt.
This interruption is brought to you by ExpressVPN and their New Year deal. New Year, new VPN. And a huge saving of up to 80% if you act now. You're busy planning how to get in shape, but the hackers are planning how to get into your accounts. ExpressVPN locks down your connection so you can start the year protecting your data. This offer ends on the 7th of January, so scan the QR code or click the link in the description now.
And Alex Deakin, so that weather's boshing in from that kind of southwest finger as it goes up. Very moist air, of course, very heavily laden with rain. As it hits altitude, it's forced up. There's that condensation. You get more snow. And then as it's going across, it's dumping. It's rain. I did do meteorology a long time ago.
I was going to say, you know your stuff, Martin. You should be a weather presenter.
Just about still there, mate. But on a serious point, one thing that always kind of gets me greatly concerned is, even though you said to people stay at home, we've seen recently with storms in Devon, people seem to think it's a good idea to go for a swim, or think it's a good idea to go down and take pictures, to get selfies, to get videos of this weather. But it's vicious. That part of Cornwall we know is very exposed. The winds, the rain, the waves can absolutely blast in. People just need to stay at home for this one.
Absolutely, completely. Couldn't agree more. Wise words. Our brave Coast Guard agents here, our brave RNLI people, they do not want to be going out in the storm rescuing people just because they've gone for a look at what the waves could look like. There's loads of webcams that you can check out if you really do want to see the waves. They are going to be incredibly dangerous. Just travelling anywhere in that red warning area. As we've heard, the trains across Cornwall have been sensibly cancelled through this evening. But travelling anywhere really shouldn't be done across that red warning zone. If you're in the amber warning area for the snow, again, just think about whether you really do need to make that journey. And particularly if you're traveling tomorrow morning, the best thing will be to check before you head anywhere, because you may wake up tomorrow morning and not have any snow where you are, but quite easily 5 miles away, there could be 10 to 15 centimeters. So think about that before you travel anywhere tomorrow as well. Check before you travel, but particularly in that red warning area, yeah, don't be tempted to go to the coast. You do not want to be the headline for tomorrow with those dangerous winds coming in tonight. And it's not just across the southwest of England, also the Channel Isles. They're going to be particularly badly hit also. Gusts there 100, maybe 110 miles an hour, also likely to cause some structural damage.
And Alex, when it says here that it's a rare red warning, how often is Britain typically struck by a red warning like this?
Well, we say they're rare, but they seem to be coming a little more often. I mean, I've been broadcasting on weather for 20 odd years, and you tend on average to get maybe one a winter, perhaps two a year in a busy year. But that's kind of the order of things. It'd be unusual to see 3 in a year, and sometimes you can go a couple of years without seeing one. So that's kind of how rare they are. But over the past couple of years, we have had more. The weather does seem to have been a little more extreme in recent years, for sure.
Okay, Alex Deacon, always a pleasure to have your company. Thanks for the update.
Thank you, Matt.
My distant O-level meteorology. Alex Deacon, always a pleasure to have your company. Thank you very, very much indeed.
It's the calm before Storm Goretti. Britain bracing for wind gusts of up to 90 miles an hour and also snow up to a foot or 12 inches in some areas. We're here in South Yorkshire, which is going to be hit by an amber snow alert at 8 o'clock for snow this evening. We can see the viaduct there, which trains go over, but trains between Sheffield and Manchester will be cancelled from 6 o'clock this evening due to these weather conditions that we're getting. And the Met Office has issued an amber warning for heavy snow from Thursday evening into Friday, as well as covering Yorkshire. It covers parts of Wales, the Midlands as well. Elsewhere, there's a period of strong winds that's expected to affect southern England and Wales, especially towards the southwest of England, where an amber warning has been issued for Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly. There'll be a danger to life from large waves and debris being thrown onto beachfront roads and properties. And there's also yellow weather warnings in place for Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales and other parts of northern and southern England as well. Now, with this weather, it's going to cause disruption, as we say, to travel, disruption to the roads as well. So there's been warnings. Check before you travel due to this, and this weather going into Friday morning as well. There's still a UK health and security amber health alert in place until Sunday as well, due to these weather conditions that we're seeing across Britain.
Hello, very good evening to you. This is your GB News weather update coming to you from the Met Office. Storm Goretti is battering the southern half of the UK, bringing heavy rain, some significant snow and damagingly strong winds to the southwest of the UK in particular. The low itself is tracking its way eastwards across southern parts, bringing a lot of unsettled weather. With that, there are a number of warnings out, including an amber for snow as we go through the night across Wales and the Midlands, but particularly a rare red warning for parts of Cornwall where gusts are exceeding 80 to 100 miles per hour, leading to some severe disruption here. As we go overnight, Goretti makes its way eastwards. As a result, the strongest winds in the southwest, they drop out, but we see further windy weather across southern counties, and that snow continues to build up across central parts with a lot of rain elsewhere across the south. Temperatures are dropping to around freezing across southern places. Further north with drier, clearer weather, temperatures similar to last night dropping into negative double figures across some places. Then through tomorrow, it's staying wet across eastern parts. There could even be some winteriness mixed in with the rain here, but nonetheless that rain could lead to some further flooding and travel disruption. Drier elsewhere, just a few showery outbreaks of rain, sleet and hill snow here and there, maybe some glimmers of sunshine, particularly towards the west, and temperatures for most on the low side. A chilly, cold day generally, especially in the north. Another cold day to come as we go into Saturday. Mostly dry, mostly bright for many places. Some showery bursts towards the west and also towards the east. Then worth bearing in mind later on as we go through the weekend, while Sunday starts dry and largely cold, we are going to see a weather system coming in from the west, and as that bashes into that cold air that we have across us, well, there's the potential for some further disruptive snow. We'll have more on that nearer the time. That's it for me. I'll see you again soon.